The best place to start learning Cast is our collection of sample apps. We have everything from a HelloCast example to a complete video player. HelloCast is a great learning tool. It includes a one-file sender app that's easy to understand, and once installed, it lets you do this. Hello world. Next up is our reference application, Cast Videos. This complies with the design checklist, and it's by far your best bet to use as a starting point for your integration. Source code is available for Android, iOS, and Chrome. It includes a reference receiver app as well, and we also have samples to help you with specific tasks like DRM.
Now, before we get into the details, there's a couple of topics we should discuss first. A receiver app is launched when a sender tells a Cast device, like a Chromecast, that it wants to launch a particular receiver. It does this by specifying an application ID. All receiver apps have a unique application ID, and the sender must provide this during its request to the Cast device. The Cast device then looks up that application ID using a Google service and then downloads the URL that corresponds to the receiver app. It then loads it onto the Cast device. When you start adding Cast functionality into your application, the first thing you'll need to do is get an application ID, and you'll do this by visiting the Cast Developer Console. This is a self-service online console where you can publish your own receiver apps, so they can be downloaded by any Cast device. This is actually pretty important and great for developers because it means you can self-manage your Google Cast receiver releases. To do so, you'll first need to register as a Cast developer and pay a small $5 registration fee to verify your account. This is just a one-time thing. Once you've registered, you'll be greeted by the Developer Console, where you can register your receiver applications as well as register your Cast devices. It's important to register your Cast devices so they can be used for debugging, and the main reason is so they can download a non-published receiver app. Once you've registered your Cast device, it can take about 15 minutes for those changes to propagate out, and you'll need to reboot your Cast device at that time. I'd recommend going ahead and registering your Cast device for development now. This is important to do because Cast functionality is unfortunately not supported by the emulators, so we need to use a real Android device like a phone or a tablet, and a real Cast device like a Chromecast for development and debugging. These are some of the recently published receiver apps at chromecast.com/apps. When you publish your receiver, it can take about 6 hours for those changes to propagate to all Cast devices. And although the user experience guidelines we mentioned earlier are optional, they're required if you'd like to be featured on this website. Developing is optional for this class, and if you'd like, you can follow along without doing any on your own. But if you do intend to actually write Cast applications, then I'd recommend going ahead now and creating an account at the Cast Developer Console and registering your device.